Hello, this is one more problem for you to work out. You need not send it to me. You have to solve this and you have to write it in your book. And here, if you have any doubts in any cases, you can ask me regarding the solution. Yes. So we'll see here the SSC's name is Robert. He is an Indian citizen but born in Sri Lanka. Now, based on his residential status in these three cases, what will be his total income that we have to find out. I'll explain this problem. Listen carefully, write down the problem, understand this problem, and write the solution in your book. You need not send it to me. If you have any doubt, if you want to show the solution to me, then you can send it to me. If you have any doubts also you can ask. So we'll see one by one quickly. Profit from business in Chennai, rupees 40,000. Chennai is in India. This income is an Indian income. So whenever you are getting any income from India, Indian income, it is taxable for all the three SSCs. So this is also taxable. Next, dividend from Indian companies received in Germany but remitted to India 20,000. See, first part, dividend from Indian company, it is saying that it is an dividend from Indian company. Any amount of dividend from Indian company you are receiving is fully exempt from tax. It may be received in Germany or India, it is not important for us. So second item, it is fully exempt from tax because it is a dividend from Indian company which is fully exempt. Then business income in Bangladesh controlled from India 35,000. So here business income from Bangladesh but control is from India. So when income is received outside India and controlled from India, as you have already studied, it is taxable for first two SSCs, exempt for third SSC. Next, income from house property in Sri Lanka, half is remitted to India. See, income from house property in Sri Lanka, there is no connection with India. It is remitted to India later, so that is not important for us. If it is received in India, it will make a difference. Remitted to India won't make a difference. So 80,000 is taxable for first SSC, exempt for other two. Profit from business in Andaman. So where is Andaman? Andaman is in India itself. It is located in India. So taxable for all three SSCs, 25,000 each in three columns. Then income accrued in India but received in Sri Lanka. In India you have accrued income, earned income, but in Sri Lanka you have received. Now in that case what happens is, whenever you are receiving any income in India or Sri Lanka but the income is related to India, it is taxable for all. So this is also taxable for all the SSCs. Past untaxed profit brought to India, this is exempt from tax, remember always. Gift received on marriage, gift received on the occasion of marriage. So one thing you have to remember, it is fully exempt from tax. Yeah, any gift you are getting at the time of marriage, it is exempt. If it was not given as just simply it is given gift received 49,000, in that case also it is exempt because up to 50,000 gifts it is exempt from tax. So regarding the gifts I am telling you something. So when you are receiving a gift and that gift is given by a relative, it is fully exempt from tax. When that gift is given by the friend, you have to see the amount, whether it is 50,000 or less. So 50,000 or more is 50,000, more than 50,000 is taxable. And again, if you receive any gift on the occasion of marriage, it is exempt. Yeah, so gift below 50,000 is exempt, gift from relative is exempt, gift on the occasion of marriage is exempt. In other case, all the income on all the gifts are taxable. So that is regarding gifts. Last one, interest on Japan branch. So regarding that I have told, Japan branch of SBI means it is foreign branch of Indian bank. Yeah, foreign branch of Indian bank. So in that case you have to remember always, it is taxable only for first SSC, exempt for other two SSCs. Yeah, it is a, so this is a written rule. It is any amount of interest or income from bank accounts or bank deposits you are getting from foreign branch of Indian company, Indian, not Indian company, in foreign branch of Indian bank, then it is taxable for first SSE, exempt for other two SSE. So these are the things. In first case it is taxable for all, second case fully exempt, third case it is controlled from India, taxable in first two columns. Next one, income from house property in Sri Lanka, remitted to India, it is taxable for only one SSE, or it is. Next, income from business in Andaman, taxable for all. Income accrued in India but received in Sri Lanka, taxable for all. Past untaxed profits are exempt from tax. Gift received is exempt here. One is because it is a marriage, on the occasion of marriage, any gift is exempt from tax. Or if the gift is below 50,000, also it is exempt from tax. Then interest on Japan branch of SBI, I told there's a return rule, you have to remember this. Foreign branch of Indian bank, any income in the sense interest you are receiving, then in that case it is taxable only for first SSE. So these things you have to remember. Solve this problem, keep it in your book. Later I will check when classes will begin. So you have to understand this concept. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you want to verify your solution, you can ask me. Yes, thank you.